Ladies and hoes, it is officially week 2. The mics are working. Even though we are late, the mics are working. You guys knew it was going to be one or the other. We were on time with working equipment or we're without working. Yeah, I'm just going to shut the fuck up. Let's talk about some bets. Week 2, Giants, Commanders. I have never seen so many fish be all in on the Giants this week. Daniel Jones this. Devin Singletary this. Casey's starting him this week.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Malik Neighbors this. Let's get into it.
The only player I like in this game is Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors. And then I like the rushing side of Jaden, obviously. Receiving side of Eckler isn't even bad. But Malik and Wan'Dale are like the only 2 targets in that entire offense. Wan'Dale saw 12.
Wan'Dale 12 is insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. It didn't turn into a ton of yards or anything, though. Like, it just was the peppering. Malik, though, I think it also was a product of Minnesota blitzing so much that Daniel just needed to, get it the fuck out.
Is a good DC.
He's a great DC.
Underrated.
Yeah, I just think that was a product of why he saw so many targets. I think this Washington D-line is going to get zero pressure.
They're, abysmal.
They're horrible, which leads to Malik being the more favored one in this matchup. Also, Washington doesn't have an elite corner. They don't have an elite secondary player anymore.
Defense, a few years ago, the D-line, you looked at Montez Sweat, Deron Payne.
Chase Young was on it.
Chase Young, Jonathan Allen. That was supposed to be
they
bang, 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 bang. Now it's just trash shoot.
Yeah, so I think Malik is going to be able to, because I think we're going to have longer dropbacks. I think Daniel's going to be more comfortable today. I don't think he's going to have a huge bounce back day, but
if he's not, though, if he fucking sucks against the Commanders.
Drew Lock season.
He is, does anyone own Lock in our league?
Yeah. Someone drafted him last pick.
I think so, too. It sounded like Casey, but he took Hal.
No, yeah, I thought it was Casey at first. I was like, that motherfucker.
Daniel Jones, if he doesn't even need to beat the Commanders, but everyone is picking them to just look good today. If he looks dog shit, throws another pick 6, it's over. It's over.
You see Sexy picked up Tannehill?
Yeah.
No, he's on the waivers.
Lock.
Drew Lock on the wavies. Yeah. Interesting. The other problem is you throw Drew Lock in this offense, but what do you expect? Very minimal. He'd be a QB3 still.
Oh, for sure. But that would be hilarious if Tony just traded for Daniel Jones and brother's bench.
Well, here's the thing. He just traded away Keon. Keon scores 0 points. You get a backup quarterback.
Worked out, kind of.
Would have been the Woat trade. How you guys feeling? Ramondre Pickens or London? I forgot Nick didn't even do a stream today, so we're gonna just get a bunch of fantasy questions.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even know where the fuck he's at.
No
one listens.
J-Mo looking ripped. Dub J-Mo.
Trying.
Little the Rock look going on. Is that what you're trying?
I need this to be longer. Down here.
You need the Joe Burrow. You need the turtleneck, high key.
True.
He would have been rocking.
Let me go get my glasses.
Minnesota fan. Also Stevenson or Ford at starting running back. I probably lean. I kind of like Ford. I don't hate him. I think he got more flack.
I legit think the Jags are going to lose.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
I really think this is just a Jags game they lose. They go 0-2. People shit on Trev. He'll probably throw a pick.
I like the reverse psychology there.
I'm hoping.
Just hate him.
I legit think they might lose this one.
It's tough because the offense for the Browns is so bad.
It's bad. But their defense is gonna win them some games this year.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Nah, I get that. One last thing for the Giants for me. I love low-key the over-under on this game because both teams have 0 defense.
43.5, yeah, that's good.
I think it could be a 24-27 type of game.
Let me look at the other props they got for this one.
Yeah.
We got some discounts out.
Yeah, I used the Mike Evans discount that's up right now.
I got a lot.
They're down to he's down to 50 yards, and Jamar Chase is down to 50 yards.
What's
Took both
Jaden's
of those
lines looking like? Let me fucking find this game.
Yeah, it's down there.
Cause he was scooed
he ran 16 times.
Yeah, and 2 rushing tugs.
Yeah.
Without even no tush push. He legit just kind of.
Yeah, he just scrambles. It's his first read, and if it's not there, he's gone.
What the fuck is this game?
He's 2004 Mike Vick, but a little bit worse.
194 passing yards, 1.5 passing tuds, and no shot. Plus money for another rushing touchdown.
For 1.5?
For half.
Oh.
For a touchdown.
Interesting.
10 rushing attempts? My God.
Yeah.
This brother runs 11 times. He's going to have such a good day.
Yeah, fantasy-wise, he's going to be good. As a regular quarterback, it's tough to see. Ford or Najee all day.
Yeah, especially against Denver.
Wan'Dale Robinson, you're in half PPR. Wan'Dale or DeMarcus. I'm probably going to still lean Wan'Dale just because of the volume. And DeMarcus, we have a lot of question marks.
Robinson's got to score to be worth it.
Garrett Wilson or Marv? Wow, the fact that you're in, why don't you start both? Like, who the fuck do you have over them? Like, you in a two-man league?
I'm sure you did the Kyler quote where he's like, it's not my job.
Yeah, but that was taken so out of context. Like, completely removed from the... Because he was in the whole spiel, was talking about how his offensive coordinator told him to not worry about who's getting the ball and just look for the right read. So then he was like, yeah, it's just not my job. I'm trying to make the right play. The media was like, yeah, let's just take this clip and put it on media. And then the offensive coordinator came out not even an hour later and was like, yeah, no, like I told him to say that.
All right.
So it's like, I really don't think it's that deep. And then he also said it's our job to get Marv the ball more. So it's like the offensive coordinator just took it and kind of took it off Kyler.
That's a tough call to pick between those two. I feel like Garrett, Loki's got the safer floor, obviously, just because we just saw Marv has the floor of one reception. But
I don't think he does that again, though. Like I think, I think he'll be fine.
I think Marv's probably more likely to score.
Yeah, I think Marv has a good matchup today. I would lean Marv.
This is just a fantasy show. This is insane.
Yeah, we gotta move on to the next
These
game.
brothers are just begging for start-sit advice. Yeah. What are we doing wasting 5 minutes talking about Marv or Garrett Wilson?
All right.
We gotta be better.
Got a good game here.
All right, speaking of G-Dubs, we're taking a Rodgers over, which I like to see because I own G-Dubs, and that would be good for me.
I like his over. It's only at 2. What's it here? I think I got it at 225. You could have got it at 222.5. I like the over today. His over-under on passing attempts, I don't know if it still is, was 32.5. In games where he has 33 passing attempts, he set over this line in 15 of 20 of his last 20 games he's played. Now, again, a lot of those were with the Packers. But you have to remember, that Packers team in 22 was dog shit.
That was bad.
Like, it was bad. It was worse than what he has now. If he gets anywhere near that line, if he gets 30-plus attempts in this game, which I think he easily could, with how good that Tennessee run defense looked with Devondre Sweat.
75 rushing yards.
Devondre Sweat looked good, man. Like, I think that's a little high of a line.
They held Swift, who's not a comparable back to Brees, but he's fucking sucked. It was
I have his under also on
he
here.
He had 30 yards last week.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
That's a lot for Brees. So he has at 18.5 carries, though, so I guess
he's going to be a workhorse. I accidentally highlighted shit.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck the comments. But, so spread on this game is 3.5 favoring the Jets. I feel like that's kind of the perfect spot to where I don't want to touch it.
Yeah. I do think the Jets are about to get hot and go on a little 4-game win streak, but they're still gonna have some dogfights, and I'm starting to lose faith in my Will Levis being good take, but I don't think he's as bad as he was last week throwing a pick six. I don't think he's Wout level bad.
No, I think the other big part of this game that a lot of people are overestimating or underestimating from that Jets game was the Jets only had the ball for 21 minutes to the Niners 39.
I think while the Jets got beat, it's this is their first game together.
Yeah.
And the Niners legitimately could be the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, and they controlled the clock the entire game. The offense was on the field for very little time.
Yeah.
So you look at that, I think this game's the opposite. I think the Jets can control the clock. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be way closer to an even split of possession time, if not in favor of the Jets with how bad Tennessee's offense looked.
I feel very good about the Jets, but if they somehow drop this one,
I'm feeling bad.
The pendulum's I'm all out.
Yeah, Joe's cooked.
All out.
Joe's cooked. We'll move on to the next one. You can answer a question.
If his line was 230, would you still take it?
Yeah.
Gut says yeah.
I'm taking it up to 232 is what I had.
Zay Flowers over receptions. We'll wait till we get to the Ravens. Next up, the biggest game of the week as far as projected points scored, Bucs versus Lions.
Yeah, this one's a heavy hitter.
1.5.
And a 7.5 spread, too.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
I think they're just maybe thinking Tampa Bay off of a game versus Washington.
I am so curious, like, if this is going to disappoint. Like, is it really going to live up to the high-scoring hype? Like, I feel like anytime we hold a game in that pendulum, it kind of
lets you down.
Yeah, but
I think low-key, like, I thought Baker had more yards last game. Like he felt like it was 289.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like a 300.
I mean, four
touchdowns. No, dude, he only had 289.
Both of these, especially the Bucs secondary, is horrendous. Like, it's hurt. It's like Antoine Winfield's out.
Like, Amon-Ra bounce back game is going to be massive.
He's going to wreck me in fantasy today.
I forgot you're playing him, too.
I wouldn't be surprised, like, if Jameson Williams has another
solid game.
I don't want to say a fluky game because
Nick liked his over 45.5.
Yeah, I mean, against this matchup,
he scored last time they played, which is the irony.
Tampa?
Yeah, he scored like a 30-yard touchdown on a streak.
Last week.
Yeah,
he might be here.
Jahmyr Gibbs is the one I like just because of the vulture. It's like one of them is going to get in every single week.
Vulture, do we know?
Gibbs is the vulture. So
it's only one or the other. I mean, that's fine, but
yeah. So you don't get both of them, sadly, or else I would have probably taken Monty to score.
Yeah,
I think he's a higher chance to score, but obviously we're taking
more
Gibbs.
favored than Monty, 0.89 and Monty's 0.91.
That feels. It's so small though.
Yeah, but like still, if I had to pick, I would definitely lean Monty.
Yeah, he's definitely the goal line back there, but we'll see going forward. 7.5 spread. I'm probably not touching.
No, but back to the props, like I know we beat this to death every Sunday now or every just game now. Like the vultures, like for those of you who don't know how it works, like if Jahmyr Gibbs scores a touchdown, obviously you cash. But if David Montgomery scores a touchdown instead, that's considered stealing the touchdown, vulturing the touchdown, and that pick is voided. Like you get your money back. It's like, in what world are the Lions not scoring a rushing touchdown?
Dude, I don't think there's a game I'm not going to bet this.
Even if Jared Goff sneaks one in, that's a vulture.
That counts as a vulture.
That's vulturing.
Yeah, it's actually insane.
J-Mo Williams end around, that's a vulture. If there is a rushing touchdown today by the Lions and it is not Gibbs, you will get your money back.
The chance they don't score a rushing touchdown is crazy.
Especially in this fucking total, 51 and a half.
51 points, and you're like, nah, he's not going to get in. It's crazy.
Like, that might be free. What we got next? What's up, fellas? What's up, Jonathan? Over under AJ Brown 6.5 inches. I need to not just read. You gotta stop. All right, Vikings Niners. Jordan Mason over 17 flat rushing attempts.
Yeah, it might have changed by now, but that's what it was at 17 flat. If we can get a 16.5, that'd feel fantastic. Had 27.
Yeah, do you think they lighten the load by any chance? Like they split it up?
Now that seems he's like officially out. I mean, it's tough. I think like he's really their only back they like.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, to give a guy a CMC workhorse roles.
I think it also depends on.
I guess if they're up, and we are expecting them to be. How do you feel about the Jefferson discount? What's it at? About this game. J-Jet is 58.5 yards. I'm literally locking it in right now.
Yeah. It feels good. Should be good. The only worry I have with Jet is like Sam only threw for 208 yards last week. And now they're playing a Niners team that just shut down Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but I also think the Jets shot themselves in the foot a little bit. Like they were a little too committed to the run.
Yeah. Literally, I'm not saying the Vikings' run defense is going to be better, but it can't be worse than the Jets. So, like, that should hopefully help the clock, the time possession a little bit. Yeah. It's a little more even. They'll still get ran on, but it can't get worse than what it was in that matchup. I kind of like the under, low-key.
46, yeah.
Just because I feel like, again, it's going to be another pacing game where it's just Jordan Mason.
If Sam Darnold wins this, I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
Do you think Nick starts Sam Darnold?
Probably. He'll literally come in like, ooh, who should I start?
Yeah.
And then just pick Darnold right before kickoff.
Yeah. I kind of hope so because I think I like Rodgers' matchup more with Tennessee than I do.
Yeah.
Darnold versus San Fran. It's just, here's the thing with Darnold. We've seen it time and time again. He has a good game. You have all the confidence in the world. He came off a game against Dallas. I think it was Dallas with Carolina starting out 3-0 threw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
300 yards. Comes back next game, 3 picks and a pick 6. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Versus Philly. I am starting to realize, like, I guess if you told me 2 years ago, like, I got to start Darnold gross, and after one game, all of a sudden, I'm like, Darnold, not a bad start. Like, it kind of definitely switched sides real fucking fast, but I've always liked Darnold as, like, just a fucking guy, so I'm rooting for him. I hope they pull it off today.
I want Darnold to succeed. Hope he can today. I like the Mason over here. See if we have any questions related to it. Let's not just read them straight off the rip. Darnold going to have to throw the ball. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be down most of this game. I could see it. Thing is, I could see us winning this game. Yeah, we need to stop. I took the Niners money line in this, too. On FanDuel, there's like a 100% boost.
That's a good
So pick. I was just like...
You pair it?
No, you don't have to. So I just took straight money line. So, like, if the Niners drop this game...
Yeah, I mean, I ain't complaining. Nick Bosa's going to eat him alive. Like, he's done. Seattle at New England. I've seen every TikTok creator pick this as a trap game, and Seattle loses, and New England goes 2-0. And I got to say, I feel like they're not very wrong. Like, we have a 38.5 game total.
Yeah, it's not a high line. Well, also another thing's no Kenneth. And I feel like he was a huge motor. Because before Kenneth was, like, doubtful, this line was at 41.5.
Do we even have confirmation on that?
Yeah, he's done. He's not playing.
He's not playing? Because I got Charbonnet in, and I'm like...
Yeah, no. And when you're doubtful, you're, like, not playing.
Yeah.
But before he was doubtful, the line came out at 41.5. So it was dropped 3 fucking points.
Okay.
Just because of Kenneth being
This is
GOAT.
a game where, like, Seahawks put up, like, 7 points, and people are like, Geno sucks, and I have 0 rebuttal.
Unless he goes for another 34-yard rushing touchdown.
So I think I literally cashed in his 1 rushing touchdown this year, probably.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. New England looked good, and I get Cincinnati looked bad. But from an overall defensive schematic perspective, it didn't look much different than the Belichick, like, we're going to ice you the fuck out, force your best player to, like, suck.
We did the AFC East preview, and I was completely like, they are fucking atrocious, under 4, whatever it was. I think they're going to beat whatever that 4.5 game win total is. Like, starting off 1-0, only need them 4 more. That's pretty big for them.
Yeah, it doesn't even...
I don't know their schedule, but if they play Tua and the Dolphins within the next 3-4 weeks, I don't know. Again, I'm talking to my ass. Like, that's
even when Tua's back, like, he's dead. His brain is cooked.
Yeah,
he's done.
True. Even if you play Tua, just hit him a little harder.
Yeah, just have Jabril use his little crown and lower the fucking boom one time, and they're done. How come no Debo bet? Debo, I feel like going back to that, I guess...
I'm curious.
His lines feel high.
About Ayuk this week. Like
Ayuk should be way better this week.
They have his line as if he's been normal Ayuk, 60 yards, 40 receptions, and that's.
I feel like he went against Sauce last game. Like, what do you really
fair?
What are you anticipating there? For me, my bet of this game is Antonio Gibson under 5.5 rushing attempts. For him to see 6
amount of attempts.
He saw 7 attempts last game as they were winning the entire game. Now I do not think they're going to be winning the entire game. And Antonio Gibson is probably not going to see much volume at all. So for him to get 6 attempts feels high.
It's weird. I like this Patriots team. Yeah, that's a good bet. But I want them to lose just so Drake could come in. Like, just they have a reason. Like,
Jacoby's Jacoby's chill, but like, New York going to be a bitch to play against every week this year, but still going to get 4 or 5 wins. Yeah,
probably.
They're going to be one of those teams where it's like you don't hate to play them, but you just don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like...
We still got to see, though. Like, we're one weekend. Like Gerard Mayo looks like a good coach, but, like, we still don't fucking know. Like, who knows? I would love for Geno to just come out and fucking dice him, but it doesn't feel like it.
Brother said, go get that singing voice ready because Sharp is starting. I think he forgot I have, 2 starters as well.
Like, he's got Cavante Turpin. Unless they get a kick, punt return,
even then, it doesn't count as fantasy points.
If he cribs it, it does.
A kickoff is now fantasy points? When has a kick return ever been fantasy points?
If they score it, they get 6.
I thought it's always been defensive special teams points. That's never been a player's points.
I'm pretty sure the guy gets 6, too.
I've never played in a league where... Because then, if you look back at fantasy... Devin Hester and Josh Cribbs would have been elite.
I mean, for like 1 out of every 7 games, they probably were.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've never seen that.
Report says Tua has no intent of retiring. Brother, he doesn't even know his name right now.
Tua, they also no. That was Rappaport saying that Tua does not want to retire, but he's leaving it up to his doctors. If you watch the entire clip, and don't just take the verbatim tweets that went out. They both get 6, pretty sure, for a return tub. Returners get 6 in my league.
Just gotta hope the
Damn.
Saints D don't give one up.
Facts. No kick return tugs today. Can't have that.
Shit. Saints defense going cook today. Is there anything else in this game? What's DK's line? Because he was getting fucking clamped.
He's going to get clamped again.
The woke game of the week. Steelers, Broncos. 36.5. Is this the lowest total?
Yeah.
Okay.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Look at both these offenses.
Steelers really going to start 2-0, hon. Like, they going to be fine.
Yeah, no, it's Fields is going to start. Fields is going to keep the starting job, sadly.
I think he might, like, look like Justin Fields today of the Bears and have 80 rushing yards.
My only problem is I think he's just going to rush. Like, who's he throwing the ball to today? Because I'm sorry, George Pickens is good, not Pat Surtain good.
Big Pat Freiermuth day.
Yeah. And Bo Nix, you know he threw the ball 42 times last game?
A lot. I think it was like, I saw some stat. It was like the lowest yards to attempts ratio
Has to be.
in like the last 20 years.
138 yards on 42 passing attempts.
Yeah, it's like Trey Lance this preseason.
Yeah, it's bad. But the spread, 2.5, favoring Pittsburgh here. The total's so goddamn low. If you don't have Justin Fields, the rest of the matchup's kind of cooked. Bo Nix under feels fantastic. He sucks, and now he's playing a Pittsburgh defense. Again, Seattle's defensive line isn't bad. They're nowhere near Pittsburgh. Like, TJ Watt might actually kill Bo Nix.
Yeah, they're...
He might die.
Like TJ Watt racks up his 15 sacks for the season. Like,
Yeah, our over
20% of that got today.
Yeah.
Nix is like, he can move a little bit, so he might be able to like get out of it, but he's going to be so rattled where he won't be making plays. But I'm just saying, like, pure sack standpoint, he might be able to avoid a few.
This is the type game the Steelers would drop? Do you think so? Do you think Najee's going to get in the crib? Do you think Steelers... Whoa. Do you think Najee's going to take one to the crib? Yeah, I think Najee won't take one to the crib, but I think he'll get a rushing touchdown.
Yeah. Dump off King this game. Jaleel McLaughlin over receptions. Najee over 1.5 receptions since Surtain is locking up Pickens. That's not a bad move. How's Warren? Is he still fucking limited?
They say he's good, but like I don't trust it.
Some dude asked
he
me
looked
today,
bad last week.
starting like Warren or someone else that was mid as fuck. And I was like, figure it out.
I'm just not starting Warren until like I see it.
Yeah.
Also, in a run game heavy script, I like Najee better than Warren. If they're playing like the 90s or something, and so they're not going to be able to run the ball, yeah, like Warren way better because he'll see more of the snap share.
He's like, obviously not. Arthur Smith is using Cordy P like an annoying amount. Like, not like a lot, but it's just like,
It's just
why
Arthur
does
Smith
he have
needs to
any
stop.
carries?
Arthur Smith needs to like stop being an offensive coordinator and like leave the league.
Like, the amount of like glaze he got this offseason.
It's just from Nick. Like that was it.
like,
It was just from Nick.
just stop.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about Cordy P than Warren, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. Cordy P gets like not a lot of touches, just like he shouldn't be getting any touches.
Yeah, he's bad. It's at that point where he's getting old.
Arthur Smith, so going 2-0.
Yeah, he's gonna keep his job forever.
Who's next? All right. TikTok community, as in Theo Ash, also thinks the Saints can be a sneaky competitor. In
He
this
thinks
one.
they're gonna cover the spread. He believes in this Clint Kubiak offensive line.
A lot of people believe in Kubiak and the Saints D.
Yeah. I don't believe in the Saints defense as much as I believe in the offensive line movement. I don't think the offensive line itself is that good, but I think the scheme is really good around it.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough though because you're playing now a Dallas defense.
Yeah. Jamaica today might he might have like Khalil Mack, Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, Jamaica might pop the fuck
Carr
off.
might get sacked 5 times.
But I do like Zeke. Obviously, Volchi as well. I think they're still going to score like 21, 27, whatever amount of points. And they're going to be within the red zone at least a few times.
It's going to be a big CD day.
Yeah, I think CD's going to cook today.
I'm hoping Kamara, too. Like, what's his receptions at? It's probably at, like, fucking 4.5. 4.5.
4.5.
His favorite, 0.86.
Damn.
You're really just going to rack him 5 balls? I mean, I was just saying he's going to have a day, but fuck.
Yeah, 5 fucking catches is a lot.
Olave's up to 59 again. Don't need a bounce back from Chrissy Poo.
That Chris Olave situation's tough.
Yeah, I'm not curious. I'm not sure. Like, is Trevon Diggs?
He's his own corner. He's never really been a man guy, so.
Yeah, but like, before he tore his ACL last year, brother was on fire.
Yeah.
And then tore his ACL.
Yeah, we'll see how that ends up panning out. But I feel like he's going to be able to put more together, obviously, than last week. But I still think his floor is low as fuck.
Yeah.
I wonder how many. I'm so interested in how many points Jack's team scores this week.
Yeah, he's facing Joe. So, yeah, that's going to be fun to watch Joe's reaction.
Dude, imagine like he comes out and puts out like 150. Like just like 150 piece.
It's just like if he does, it's like that's his one time. Like he's not.
Yeah, he's cashing in.
150 points is not in his bag on a consistent.
I don't know if anyone in this league has like 140 consistent. No. Like it's tough. I think this entire league's very bait.
Adam, like if Fields somehow turned into the starter the rest of the year, I don't know. Still, even as his quarterbacks are just so bad.
And
Adam's got the potential, like between
Achane, CMC if he's back and healthy, and Henry,
and Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
So I'm saying if Fields is Fields 2 years ago, where he's like the QB6 on the year, that's scary.
Olave isn't that good. Olave is that good as like a receiver, but in the scheme itself, has not panned out. How do I follow the BDG crew on Pickett if I already had an account? Nothing comes up when I use the search. You have to search us by individual names. Mine is Nick Guthrie. We have Jameson, no Trahan. And then we have Tony No Dimes. And I think Nick is...
Nick Ercolano?
Nick Ercolano, yeah.
So literally look us up like it's Instagram, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of like the way we have to go. We'll go to the next game. What do we got next?
It's crazy that Tony's got a Pickett account but not an Instagram.
It's crazy Tony only even uses Pickett.
All right.
This one I fucked up, obviously. I'll save it, Mike.
Vegas.
This one I fucked up. Obviously, Baltimore's the favorite, not Vegas. But spread is still 8.5. Baltimore side. Mark Andrews, 3.5 receptions. Bounce back.
I think there's a real chance Isaiah Likely is like literal 1 reception, 15 yards today. Like it is just back to last year. Mark Andrews, 50 yards, touchdown, back to being like a top 4 tight end.
Yeah. 41.5 feels great too.
Mm-hmm.
I know I said in our preview, I was like Henry's gonna see like 9 carries or whatever, like gassing the fuck up. I think you'll see like 12.
He's going to be fine.
I think you'll see like 12 and get pretty good yards per carry. I just don't see them. Like this Raiders D-line, I don't know if you saw Theo's breakdown on it too.
Derek has 17.5 rushing attempts.
There's no fucking way in hell he goes even near that.
Oh, my God.
That's like prime Derrick Henry.
17.5. Zay's back at 4.5 receptions. I like the over.
Yeah. They're just like, yeah, this is not Tennessee, boss man.
Holy shit.
30-year-old getting 18 carries in a game. Has that ever happened outside of like Curtis Martin?
I mean, it probably was common back in like the 2000s.
But that feels
08
crazy.
Might be like that. I'm all in on fucking Bowers.
Notable inactives, by the way. Kenneth Walker, Jake Ferguson, Josh Downs, Jack Conklin for the Browns.
Isn't Njoku out?
Njoku, his name's not on the list, but he is out. Okay. But Jack Conklin so that means Micah Jamaica's gonna have a feast. DJ Reed is out for the Jets corner. Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
Actives, Jaden Reed's active, Josh Palmer's active, Joey Bosa's active. Jameson Williams officially active. Marshawn Lattimore's out of the game. CD about to go the fuck off.
God.
Yeah.
Derek, like Kamara might get 8 receptions.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yo, Adam legit doesn't have a tight end starting. Like, I'm not going to say anything. Like, he's got an hour and a half, but, like, there's no tight end on his bench. And Njoku's in his starting lineup.
What the fuck?
But he doesn't really have a guy he could drop outside of, like, yeah.
Maybe he was waiting for Njoku to get the O, so he put him on his IR.
This is his bench. Deshaun, you're not going to drop him. Rome, Levis, Trey Benson, Leggett. Oh, he's got Schultz. All right. He'll throw in Schultz. He dropped Marshawn Lloyd. Son of a bitch.
Marshawn Lloyd's starting today.
Starting?
Not starting. He's playing today.
Oh, damn.
He's active today.
All right, then.
I wonder if he's going to touch into Jacobs' touches. Manuel Wilson looked good.
Yeah, I mean, who knows in this fucking game when they'll probably be down. Like, that's just going to be an ugly game.
Do you like Reed or Tank today? Leaning Tank.
Yeah. Reed, I have to decide between Reed and Ladd, and it's destroying me. All right, George Karlaftis, higher 0.5 sacks, play of the day.
You already know we had to have it. We have 2 sack plays today. This is one of them. Obviously, Cincinnati's line looked dog shit. Kansas City's D-line looked fantastic. Leaning into the narrative. It's favored.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
it's like known. Like he's getting back there.
Yeah, he's good.
He's still getting half a sack.
Yeah, I like the under on the 47.5 too. It's high.
That's good.
Chiefs
are winning though.
Spread is 5.5. Feels good there for Kansas City. Yeah, I mean we'll see what happens. I lean towards the Kansas City side 100% here. We need to see what the Bengals can do. Prediction number 1 for this game is Worthy has 1 catch for 15 yards, and we're all let down after he just had. Yeah, it's crazy.
Over Pollard.
He had 3 total targets.
Yeah.
2 receptions.
I am curious though without Hollywood, like.
I mean, maybe, but he's just gonna do the same thing he did last. He only scored 2 because of a broken coverage.
Yeah, Marlon's not great.
Needs to just stay focused on punchline.
Yeah.
Like
you gotta go full time on the podcast and biz.
Yeah, 100%. Burrow might be cooked. Burrow gonna have a day. Okay, those are 2 at the
Is 0.5 sack a push? It is, right?
Yeah, if he gets half of a sack, it's a push.
Rashi over yards. What's it at? I do think Rashi's gonna
cook. I think his line was at 6.5 receptions. Where's it at now? That was before the Hollywood news came out. That was early this week.
6. I mean, what did he have? 8 last game? Yeah, 6.5.
6.5 is.
I need Kelsey to like
Oh, he said rough day.
Dial.
Burrow gonna have a rough day if you're. Yeah, no. I think he'll be.
I like the Karlaftis play though. I
think Karlaftis is a good one.
Worthy's at 3 receptions flat. No shot he catches 4 balls.
No, there's like. They would have to like manufacture screens for him to get that.
Yeah, which maybe.
Yeah, they could, but I just don't really see it happening. Well, that shout out got us some followies on the fucking Pickett side of things. Make sure when you're on Underdog, by the way, using code BDG, you'll get the free square of Caleb Williams. Plus, you'll get up to $1,000 in deposit match bonuses. Plus, we also we don't really ever say this in our ads, but there are literal promos every single day.
Also, if you sign up with we don't talk about this on the betting channel. Like you guys have like millions of sit start questions. If you use code BDGE, you get Nick and BDG's start sit rankings for free the whole season.
Yeah, so probably want to do that.
Like we have on BDG.co, we have our start sit rankings of every position, whatever your league is, half PPR, full PPR, standard, flex, super flex, whatever.
Yeah, we don't ever yap about that. We probably should say that.
Yeah, like all these motherfuckers begging for it. Like,
yeah, so you'll get that for free if you use code BDG and deposit $10. Yeah, so this game, do you think there's a world where Burrow just like sucks now? I watched
in this game or sucks in general.
In general,
no. Like I think he could struggle in it. Like Kansas City is such a good defense.
Yeah, I think today he struggles. I think we're gonna see the typical fucking shit. I watched a what's it? The doc on like he calls himself like it's like he's on Twitter too. He's one of the doctors that does all the football breakdowns. He was like with Burrow's surgery and everything. Like the trajectory for him is only to improve throughout the season.
He's gonna have to ramp up. Yeah.
And he didn't practice. What I didn't realize, and what a lot of people I don't think realize, is like he wasn't practicing during the offseason.
No.
Like he was not throwing balls. He didn't start throwing balls until recently.
They're gonna start 0-2.
Like they're gonna start 0-2, and then everyone's gonna Casey's gonna be like, yeah, worst pick of all time, and then
what's the rest?
It's gonna bounce back over time, and then they're gonna be the normal Bengals. Jamar Chase goes for 100 yards, and we'll be fine.
Did you see the thing on Jamar where he's like, the Bengals misled me?
Yeah.
That's not great. You can't be. Okay, yeah. The Bengals, they're losing. But then they play the Commanders and Panthers. Like, they will be 2-2 so fucking fast.
You think Jamar's not having 200 yards on my Panthers?
Fast, they will be 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah. And then against the Commandies, like, Joe Burrow could just, like, do this for half the game.
They're, like, Jamar, whoever you play in week 3 is cooked. Cooked.
I mean, I can check right now. Who do I play in week 3? I wish it was Casey. That would have been
pure tax saying. I used it and got the draft guide, and that doesn't carry over. Question: if you did the deposit for the draft guide, do you also get the membership rankings? No. So, starting April 16th to September 3rd of this year, if you deposited on Underdog, you got the draft guide for free. If you deposit on September 4th or later, the rest of the season, you get the rankings for free. So, either got the guide or the rankings, depending on which side of those dates you deposited.
It's Fantasy Docs. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably one of them. I don't know. I was watching it on YouTube. Anyway, I played JL the week 3, and then week 4 I play Adam. So those are 2 good matchups for those. And then I play Andrew week 5.
Any of their division?
No.
Either?
I play Andrew, who's a division guy. And then I go Andrew, Nate, and Jack. Yeah. I feel good about all those except for Nate, just because his team could pop. All right, I have 2 more.
Let's get it.
Yo, boys.
Who we got?
Prediction.
I'm telling you, I think the Jags lose.
Do you think so?
I think they
Like, if you had a gun to your head, what side are you picking?
It's like just a gut feeling. Like, this is a game Trevor doesn't look good, and I'm going to have to hear it from Tony on Monday.
I love the spread, though. 2.5?
Yeah.
Field goal?
If you think the Jags win, take the spread for the extra little bit, but I just can't.
You like my other sack total?
Josh Hines, okay.
Well, Josh Allen Stein?
Yeah, Deshaun's got sack written all over him.
Yeah, he just holds the ball.
I would love for Trevor and this team to come out and smoke them, but I don't know if the Jags, like, do they have it in their bag to blow out a team? Definitely not this defense, but I don't even know if that's in their bag in general, I'm saying.
Like, I think it's tough.
This is
on
gonna
the
be a
outside,
game.
I think BTJ gets locked the fuck up,
Probably.
which is tough. Because on those outside, the Browns are damn near locked down. Mm-hmm. This has to be a big Kirk
even
day.
CD, despite how good the Cowboys were last week, had a quiet day.
Yeah, like I think this has to be a big Kirk day, kind of like a Brandon Cooks did. And he's going to have to eat or else.
I could see Evan Ingram having a decent day.
Solid day. Just feast in that middle.
But this is also a game where Deshaun just cracks somehow like 18, 19 fantasy points. Or like,
maybe.
Should have started him.
Just look to Adam and be like, listen, brother, you had a choice to make.
You'll take 18, 19 every day of the week from fucking him.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Like, he'll have fucking 32 rushing yards. Yeah, he'll be. The Jags are losing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
what's Kirk's lines at? Because if I like him, 4.5.
40.
40
for yards. Yeah.
I mean, that's
juicy.
48 now.
48?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I still kind of like it. I like the yards more than receptions. If he gets 4 balls, he's getting that.
How do you get up to 48 yards?
I don't know. Still took the higher.
He started the beginning of the week at 39.5.
Probably because he fucking sucked.
Yeah. Because I saw on TikToks, not TikTok, on Twitter, someone posted a whole write-up on him. Like, there's no way his fucking line's this low. I looked, it was 40.5. And now it's all the way up there.
I mean, 5.5 first quarter. The first quarter props has got to stop.
Yeah.
Like, we can't be doing that. That is just degenerate money, even though Jack said he placed 10 grand on Thursday Night Footballs.
Jack just throws money. If you ever are listening to Jack on betting advice, just know he's like actually does not give a fuck what happens.
Just know if you tail Jack, you have to do it every day because he's going to lose 90% of days and then hit X fucking 900 plus units on one day, and then you'll make all your money back. But if you tail him just one random day, it ain't going to work.
His entire last month was red outside of one day where he made $33,000.
Yeah. Like, he's got a good process, but you have to be with him every step of the play. When you're 20 days deep and you have $600 missing from your bank account, you have to still keep sticking it through because it will work.
Maybe.
You have to stick it through.
Unless.
No, it will. It will.
That's funny as shit. Yeah, we'll go next game.
Is this a 4 o'clock game or a 1? Do we know?
I think it's 1.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
All right, big game.
All right. I kind of like the JT touchdown over yards, to be honest.
I like both of them. If
Like
I'm going to be
a
honest.
ballsy
I took
touch?
both of them. On Twitter, I only posted this one, though. Rushing 80.5. Last week, Saquon had 78 yards before he was touched.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
So,
the Eagles' O-line is...
nuts. Don't get me wrong. But I think the Colts' scheme is better than
That's true.
Kellen Moore's. Plus, again, you also have to bring down someone in the box for AR, and then he's automatically stolen the entire time.
Also, just seeing game script, like, they're going to be able to do whatever the fuck they want.
2.5 is crazy.
I mean, the Colts
Is this a trap?
The Colts defense is banged up.
Malik Willis going to go off?
Is he going to rush for 100 yards?
Is this going to be Jaden Daniels, but like Malik Willis?
That's a really good comp.
Yeah, like I think that's kind of the level we're at.
I don't know. What's like... I kind of want to look at the Colts passing, like, and receiving guys. Just because last week, like, AR is so deep ball oriented. Like, that's all he wants.
Which is so different from him at Florida. I felt like at Florida, he was taking like middle shit the entire time.
Michael Pittman 5 receptions.
Yeah, it's high.
I don't think he's getting 6.
No, that's tough.
That is high.
At least you get the push.
Yeah. Josh Downs playing?
No, he's inactive.
He's on here.
They both are not able to be taken.
Alec Pierce, Zaire Franklin. We ain't talking defense. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's gonna have a fucking day.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Adonai, like, he was getting open and they just couldn't connect. I'd kind of like taking his like higher 16.5 longest reception. That feels like a weird play, but something I'd be heavily interested in. Because if he gets the ball, like every target he had last week was down the field, had separation. Again, they just couldn't get on the same page.
You need to drop Kamani Vidal, by the way. He's now inactive.
Yeah, okay, he's done.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta. Yeah.
DeForest Buckner's not playing for the Colts. So that's not notable. He wasn't practicing all week. So
Yeah, that's not great. Oh, he is active?
he is active. He wasn't practicing all week. Now he's active.
Okay.
Where Nick made a video with me on TikTok saying Josh Jacobs over rushing because DeForest Buckner probably wasn't going to play, and now he's playing.
That's all right. TikTok doesn't fucking know.
We'll see. We'll see. DK has this at -3. I would take it 2.5 for show. Yeah, I think I got this off of FanDuel last night. Was the 2.5 line? It could have changed by this morning. 3, I'm still taking. Like if Indy's gonna win this game, it's gonna be by more than 3 points.
Like, they almost beat the Texans, which people glazed to be a top 5 team. Like,
yeah,
the Packers don't have their fucking quarterback. What are we doing?
Yeah, like it's Malik Willis. They just traded for him.
Yeah, like he's not good, unless.
Here you go.
Oh Lord. J.K. Dobbins scoring a Yuggy because Kamani Vidal's inactive.
I took, and this makes me want to throw up.
Is
but
he
for
hurt
one of
or
the
just
bonus,
a healthy scratch?
He might be a healthy scratch.
Oh, God.
You know how much best ball we drafted of him?
Yeah, that ain't great.
Here's the other thing with this game. I made the most disgusting decision this morning, and I took Bryce Young over 85.5 yards.
See, I don't even hate that.
It's
Like,
so
I genuinely
low.
don't hate
I
it.
think like
And I'm still not convinced the Chargers really have this phenomenal defense. The D-line looked good, but Joey Bosa ain't going to do that shit again. That brother's ass. I'm still convinced.
yeah, it is. It
like
made me
it.
want to throw up.
I like
taking
it. I genuinely like it.
But yeah, I also have JK anytime touchdown, and I have JK rushing yards. I got it at 53.5, and I posted it at 53.5. It's now 58, 59. If you want to check for JK
Dobbins?
rushing yards, it's gone up like 6 yards. Yeah, at one point you could have got it at 50.5 when it first dropped. I wasn't that early. That was like all the way back on Wednesday.
At 58.5.
Yeah, we got value on that, baby. So, yeah, either way, I like JK. He only would need to average, again, if he gets 12 rushing attempts, which is where I'm assuming he's going to get. If he gets 12 rushing attempts, even if he gets 10 rushing attempts, only to average about 4.5 yards per carry.
His line's at 13 attempts.
Yeah, his line's high as fuck. His line was at 13.5 to start.
Sheesh.
So I think he's going to see the touches. I think they're going to be up in this game, obviously, and I think they're going to want to run the ball on a team with no Derrick Brown, no D-line. Shy Tuttle is our top D tackle right now.
But this is...
Yeah.
It also lets you know, though, like, the Chargers still aren't that great. Like, 4.5.
Yeah.
Like, not being touchdown favorites.
But, like, here's the thing, too, is, like, the Chargers O-line is so good.
So good.
Like,
It's good.
Joe Alt's going to be the best player
That
out of
was
this
great.
entire class.
Slater's good.
Yeah.
They're
Max Crosby got cooked by a rookie first game,
best defensive player in the league.
according to Nick. That's crazy. We can move on from this game, though. Not much to talk about.
Yeah, outside of, like, me and you liking it, this is actually the woke game of the week. Like, if we put our...
It's just us.
If we put our bias aside, this game fucking sucks.
This game doesn't.
All right, Cardinals favored. Saw a lot of people not liking that and wondering what the fuck's up with that.
Yeah, it feels trappy as shit.
A lot of Rams money lines out there.
Yeah, I kind of love the Cardinals, though. At
I kind
home.
of love the Kyron
Yeah, Kyron, easy score.
touchdown. Like, he's got to.
Easy walk-in touchdown. I think his line's at like 17.5 attempts, too.
Jesus.
Like, if there's a game where he just goes off, he went off both times versus the Cardinals last year. Now, again,
Attempts.
we'll see what he does. This year, line's really high at 47.5, which I don't mind. I think Marv can get in the end zone. This Rams defense obviously got shafted by someone named Jameson Williams last week. Amon-Ra was kind of quiet. Obviously, that means slot to outside receiver. Marvin Harrison, outside receiver. Interesting to know.
Michael Wilson's still going to score
Michael
again?
Wilson might score again.
Dude, Cup's at 16.8 fantasy points, the higher lower.
Who's?
Cup in
Yeah.
half PPR.
That's high.
I mean, he's
Yo,
like,
what's crazy is fucking the projections on Donda had him lower at like 15.
dude, like that's so high in half PPR, but he'll probably get 12 fucking catches and hit it just fine.
Yeah. It's going to be so, like, Cup is going to be a league winner for people. Now Puka just cooked.
Yeah, no, he's actually gonna go to the moon.
Now we say that this game's going to have like 5 catches for like 47 yards.
Jonathan
and-
Gannon just scheming up a
Yeah.
fucking bag.
Thing is, it's almost impossible to scheme up a bag for like such a good slot that they use emotion so much.
Yeah, you're not stopping McVay.
Like unless you have like an elite linebacker to cover him, Isaiah Simmons, which they don't
He's
have
not
anymore.
even- yeah.
But
Dead.
like
Might as
they
well.
won't have nothing to draw up here. Dude is magical. Kyler's so overhated. Yeah,
So
no,
facts.
Kyler's fucking him. Are you starting Jaden Daniels or Kyler?
Yo, piss
let's
off.
Let's fuck off there.
Piss off, CBS.
If anyone clicks that,
Yeah,
you're
your
banned.
phone's gone.
You're banned.
Or you're hacked.
Yeah. If we click it, we might get hacked.
I want to ban him.
I don't know how. Pin.
Add his mod.
I have to remove each one. Just put him in timeout. It might get rid of his shit. 24 hours.
What the hell?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Last game.
Tax, try that out. Let me know if it works. All right, Sunday Night Football fading the Swifty. I like it. He had like 30 last week.
Yeah, now they're playing Houston that held JT. Like
They were pretty good against
they're good as fuck. And DeAndre Swift sucks. Like that theory
He's
confirmed.
actually bad.
Remember his rushing yard total? 850 yards?
I mean, he came off, what was it, 1,000 plus?
Yeah, off the
But, like,
Eagles
still,
O-line. Yeah, that's crazy. Clicked it. Phone is shutting off right now.
Sign up. Click that for underdog.
Yeah. Anyway, DeAndre Swift, Loa, easy lock for me. Fucking, yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Chicago at Houston, 45 and a half is the total, even on both sides. Who do you think wins this game straight up? You're taking a money line?
I'm taking Houston for sure.
And I like Houston spread, too. I think they win by more than a touchdown.
I like
Caleb looked like, I understand everyone's like, Caleb will be fine. Caleb bounce back game. Caleb will be fine. I think Caleb looked ass.
Might not have Keenan or Rome.
And here's the other part that people are not, that I told Tony strictly to his face, sitting right on that fucking ping pong table. It's in the vlog. I think it's in the vlog. Either way, I was like, Caleb's biggest problem will be he holds the ball too long and tries to scramble and runs backwards. Brother had 2 instances of 3rd and 30 plus. 4th and 30 plus.
Daniil Hunter ain't having that today.
When you're playing NFL teams, you can't run backwards. The only people that have run backwards and have even the slightest bit of success has been like Kyler Murray. Yeah. And that's like the far.
But
that's
you gotta
a
have like 4 or 5 speed, and Caleb's like athletic, but he's not.
Like even Mahomes will run backwards and do the same thing where he'll get tracked. Like he has some times where he can make magic, and those 1 out of 50 times are in the highlight reels. But on a regular basis, you can't be doing that, and he does it on a regular basis. The only time he steps up in the pocket, he makes plays, and he doesn't do it enough. That's it's one of his biggest flaws. He doesn't take the first read either. Like it's scary to see this as a quarterback, and why and again, everyone's like, oh, it's just because you're a Panthers hater. I've not hated on Caleb Williams, but I haven't viewed him as this generational talent for over 2.5 years. I had a podcast 2 years ago, up to last year, where I had a clip in it where I was like, I don't think Caleb Williams is a generational talent, and I will forever hold that clip until I get proved wrong. And then when I'm proved wrong, I'll be like, all right, right hand up, he's amazing. But until then, we'll see what happens. From a football perspective, though, holds the ball too long. I think that's going to end up being his killer until he fixes that. In the NFL, it's just so hard. Daniil Hunter's going to be after him.
I think
them getting him in the offseason was like not talked about enough.
Pretty good move.
Yeah. He is so the pair with Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Like, who do you pick out of the two?
That's a tough D line. Like they're each like Daniil's like the definition of just like a 10-sack guy. Like he's just gonna get his by the end of the year. He'll rack them up.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Texans are gonna shit on him.
Yeah, I like the Texans in this. I like Tank to bounce back big.
I like DJ Moore to honestly bounce back too.
You
just because I think the other guys are gonna be ass.
Limited, injured, whatever. Yeah.
And DJ still put up 10 last week with Caleb having 93 passing yards. Like, do you know how hard that is?
Yeah.
Like, if Jaden Reed got me 10 points today with Malik Willis having under 100 yards, that's a fucking win. I think DJ could get back to, like, the 15 mark at least.
I think he can bounce back big. Do you start Jalil or Dortch?
Enough. That we got to – no.
The fact that you have to start those
that's
two
actually
is crazy.
Like a real question someone has. Like, probably
Dortch.
Jaleel.
Really? You think?
I think they're just going to fucking dump it down to him.
All right, fair enough. It's half PPR. I don't really care. I just said Dortch for the Colchi.
Fair.
All right.
No, we ain't answering.
Yeah. If you use code BDG on Underdog, you'll get our start sit guide. That's going to be it for us today. We yapped for an hour. Hopefully, we got enough betting answers for you today. Which games you like, which predictions we like, what we like. Final best bet for today. Who do you got? What do you got?
God.
If you had to lock in one play for the rest of your life.
Caleb Williams, half a yard. I like the Jonathan Taylor touchdown the most, I think, because it's a vulture. Again, if Jonathan Taylor scores, you cash in. But if Anthony Richardson scores, you get your money back. So, I might be cheating, but that is my favorite play of the day just because of the guarantee. If there's a rushing touchdown that's not JT, you get your money back, guarantee, I'm done.
Mine is also J.K. Dobbins' rushing touchdown against Carolina's horrible D-line.
It was always
I think
the Chargers.
Yeah, I have the Chargers smoking the Panthers. It's so sad. We suck. All right, we'll catch you guys next week. I'll be here on Monday for a recap of everything that happens, all the bets we made, our progress and everything. So make sure you tune into that as well. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah, I'll be fine.